Drive on mama, buckle up. Andrea TV here from driveonmama.com, coming to you on a Monday morning. And you want to know, can you make a living off Doordash? Is Doordash a real job? Why don't you get a real job? If anybody's ever said that to you, and you have ever made any money on Doordash, you know that it is a way you can make money. Now, it does take some strategy, some tips, being available when it is the busiest in order to make the living that you want and or need. But today we are doing a ride along and we're working an 8-hour shift, 8:30 to 4:30, like a regular job. So we can see on a typical Monday morning, because it's going to fluctuate, can you make a living off of DoorDash working an 8-hour shift? And that is it. We have our first order for the morning, picking up at McDonald's, $8.50, going 4 miles in total. Let's go get it.
I find in the mornings it is quicker to go inside and get it rather than to wait in the drive-thru. Not always true, but sometimes. Okay, that first order remained $8.50. It was a $4 tip and the rest was base pay. And we have our next order as soon as we hit confirm. And the person met us outside, so that was always a good thing. We have Safeway, 2 orders, $17.28 for 5.9 miles. Let's go get it. Okay, that last order had a small hidden tip. We received 21 and change instead of the $17.28 offered. And they are offering a $3 peak pay. So it took us a while for us to get this next order, but we do have one. Picking up at CVS, $14 for 3.7 miles. We are just going to get some emergency. Somebody's not feeling well. Let's help them out. Okay, that last order, it took us a little over 5 minutes to shop. The one thing he wanted, they didn't have, so I was waiting for a replacement, but he has his replacement, and now we have our next order. Picking up at the Steak and Egg Diner, $14.25 for 7.1 miles, and it is ready. I wonder why. I'm going out of the zone yet again. And that last order had a small hidden tip. We were paid $11.75 instead of the $10.75 offered. And we have our next offer. Chick-fil-A, $9.75 for 3.8 miles. I did pause my dash after the last one and waited until I got back to the avenue in order to pick up again. That last order is complete. There was no hidden tip. The customer tipped $2 and the rest was the base pay that had gone up by DoorDash and the peak pay. But we have accepted our next order, picking up at Dragon City, $10.75 for 2.4 miles. Let's go. And that last order is dropped off, no hidden tip, and we have our next order. And a key factor, I think personally anyway, if you want to make a full-time living off of DoorDash, is to qualify and get enrolled to the large order program. This is our first large order program for today. We are picking up Benihana, $10.75 for 3.8 miles. And it requested that we take a picture of our catering bag, which we did. And that's the skateboarder over there. Let's go pick it up. And this one lonely bag is $105 worth of food. Beat it, Benihana. Let's go deliver. Okay, that last order, there was a hidden tip. We were paid $18.25 instead of the $10.25 that was shown. And now we have up next, Pimp My Pasta, $5.25 for 0.8 miles. And the $5.25 remained the same as expected. In my market, $6.75 is the hidden tip indicator. And we have our next, picking up at Roti Mediterranean Grills, $6.75 for 1.3 miles, and it's 3 items. Let's go. And that last order remained $6.75, and we received our next one almost immediately, $7.75 going 2.5 miles, going to the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay, they hid 50 cents, so we were paid $8.25 instead of the $7.75 that was shown. And we have our next order, $6.75, 2.4 miles. We're going back to Mickey D's. Tons of sodium and cholesterol, please. Don't forget the sugar.
Okay, before the parade comes, I'm not sure what's going on. It's a lot of flashing light cars. We have our next order, $7.25 for 1.9 miles, and that last order remains at $6.75. I wonder what this is about. Legends never die. Grant for mayor. Sure you're right.
Okay, the last order did have a hidden tip. We were paid 12 and change instead of the $7.25 that was shown, and now we are sitting in a danger zone. We just denied the next 2 orders that they sent us after denying the first 4 or 5 this morning when they were filtering out all of the ones that everyone rejected before I logged on. It was $12 to go 8 miles going back to Roti Mediterranean Grill. Then a $20 for 13.9 miles picking up at Bloomingdale's some item and taking it out to Olney, from Bethesda to Olney. I knew that's going to be over an hour round trip. And it's 2 to 4. That's the least amount of food orders and the least tippers for the most part. That last one was a lucky one. And that person said in his notes, please bring it to my door because I'm working and I can't go to the lobby. So he must have been in a meeting or something. But yeah, if we don't take that next one, we're going to go down to 69%. And then you still see better orders, but you don't see the orders you see above 70%. So we're waiting.
Okay, that last order did have a hidden tip. We were paid $11 instead of the $8.50 that was shown. Thank you, Miss Customer. And then we are back. $6, 1.2 miles. We're accepting everything reasonable because I got to build that cushion back up. Let's go get it. Okay, we do have our next one. It is now 3:03 p.m. Picking up at Crisp and Juicy, $8.50 for 2.6 miles. We are going out of the zone, but that's okay. Let's go.
Okay, after dropping off that last one, there's a $2 peak pay going on that I knew nothing about and wasn't scheduled on the promos for the day. So that person tipped $1. It was $3 base pay and $2 peak pay. And we just had to deny another one. $12 going 6-point-something miles into Silver Spring. This time of day, school is out. That is about a 30-minute drive there and then a 30-minute drive back. Even though I'm ending my dash at 4:30, I dash in the area between my children's 2 schools. So I would be coming back regardless. So we had to decline. We are sitting right at 70% again. Let's see if we can end this daytime shift without going below 70%. App still 4 o'clock on the dot, and we have our next order. $8.75 for 1.7 or so miles, and it did not give me the ding that it was ready. We're going back to Chick-fil-A, and I have already put pause on orders. I've only seen it happen once where they tried to combine a Chick-fil-A with another store in my area because Chick-fil-A is usually very slow. So this will end out our shift. We'll come back to let you know if it's a hidden tip, and then you can see on an average day the amount of ups and downs and, oh no, is this going to happen? Because right now, I don't know if you've noticed, if you're dashing, acceptance rate in my market matters. If it doesn't matter in your market, more power to you, but the orders that you receive once you're below 70% acceptance rate are different, and below 50%, you might as well wrap it up. Unless you are multi-apping and you have many choices. It is 78 degrees, and I am shining like crazy. But I am grateful for this order, and we're going to go get it. Okay, that last order did not have a hidden tip, and we ended our dash with $163.09 in total. And this was for being dashing time, app on, 8 hours, and then active time, 6 hours and 6 minutes. I'm rounding up, but you can see the numbers in the screenshot. So that would be about $20 an hour if you're counting the whole time you were active with the app on, including driving back from a zone you don't want to be in, or driving back when they pull you out of zone and you're willing to take an order in that zone but they don't send you one. And then if you're considering active time, which a lot of people like to do, that's about almost $26 an hour. But if you want to do this for a living, I would suggest doing dinner. Dinner time is where it's at. If you have an open free schedule and you don't have commitments like family and children where they have to be places, if you just came out and worked the lunch shifts from 11:30 till 2, and then the dinner shifts from about 4:30, depending on your market, till about 8, you would do way better. I did after I logged off and had the 8 hours for the video purposes, I took one more. Because today, my daughter gets out at 5 from her basketball high school training, and then we have to wait for my son to get out of play practice. So I said, a half hour, I'm going to take one more. Turned on the app at 4:29, got my order at 4:30, took 15 minutes, made $14.75. That'll be in the screenshot here. So if you are able to dedicate the dinner hours and the lunch hours, you could definitely make a living off of DoorDash. And I would suggest doing one of those on a weekend day as well, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, because there's even more orders and even bigger tips. So hopefully this helps, and like and subscribe for more. Coming back with some outtakes, things I didn't include during the day. It is now 9:03 p.m. After my daughter got in the car, about 5:08, it took us an hour and 20 minutes to get home. Yep, we walked in the door about 6:20-ish, so an hour and 10 minutes I'm home. And I just could not come right back out to do any part of the dinner shift. I can't say any part. I laid down for about a half hour, 45 minutes, and then I came back out. We got 2 orders in the time before coming to get my son. One was for $5.25 McDonald's, and one was for $6.25 picking up at Maywa, a Chinese restaurant. It is not there tonight. If you plan on making a living doing DoorDash, just know they can deactivate you at any time, and every day is going to be different, and that's a promise. Both of those things are promises. So if you want to put this as your only means of income, be aware that it can be snatched from you in a moment, and when you think that it's dependable and you can get it, meaning I'm going to come out here tonight and I'm going to make me $50 because I need this and that, we're going to buy dinner for tomorrow and Pampers for the baby, it might not be there. So this should be a stepping stone to something more permanent and more within your control, in my opinion. So hope this helps. And this is just an outtake I thought of while waiting.